Then we have the Scrum commitments. Probably some of you have not heard about this terminology or these concepts because it's from the Scrum Guide 2020. So there are 3 new things or concepts that we need to focus. They call them commitments, right? And the sprint goal, we all already knew it. And the definition done, I have already talked, and we already knew it. So they just tied it to the quality, to the increment. They tied the definition of done. Let's make sure that the increment follows a definition of done. The sprint goal, they created this commitment, which already was an artifact, but now they did it. Okay, we have a sprint backlog. Well, it wasn't an artifact. This artifact was a sprint backlog, sorry. But they created this commitment, sprint goal, to tie it to the sprint backlog. So every single sprint backlog should have a sprint goal, right? That's its commitment. And then the one that I think that it's the most interesting one, it's the product goal, right? Why do I think it's good? Because I have seen many backlogs that have, I don't know, 400 stories, 600 stories. Many of them are just ideas or something that some product or some stakeholder threw over there, and it never gets done, right? Or doesn't have to do at all with the product or the team that is working on this backlog. So the product goal is just as you have the backlog, which is the artifact, you are committed to a product goal, right? And this changes the game for me because now that we have a product goal, we should have, instead of 400 stories, we should have 50 or probably 100, right? It depends on how frequently we want to define in our teams a product goal, right? So if we are talking about a product goal that probably could be achieved in 1 year, then we should have a backlog with stories that only push us towards going to that product goal during that year, right? So it makes sense. So we will have more focused backlogs, we will have shorter backlogs, and we will have teams that understand where are we going, right? Because most of the teams where I have worked also just have a bunch of things to do and never know when are we going to end something, right? So that's not motivating, I think. So if we can engage the whole team or the squads towards having a product goal in their backlogs, then we should be in a better position to have better motivation and better focus and knowing better where are we going, right? So that's kind of the message that I wanted to give with this slide.